Hello, everyone. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to Chancellor Mark Money, the UWM family, and the entire city of Milwaukee for having me here as a commencement speaker for this joyous event. And thank you, the graduates, for listening to me, for all you will do for our great city and for our great university. It's such an honor to be delivering these remarks. As a UWM alum, MPS alum, and Milwaukee native that grew up not even 2 miles from UWM and attended Riverside High School right down the street, speaking to you feels more like a surreal fever dream than something I was actually chosen to do. And I'm not exaggerating when I say my earliest memories in life are as a toddler, waddling at my mother's side through the UWM Union as she attended her own classes as a Panther. For it to all come full circle, I'm beyond honored, beyond humbled, and beyond floored. And I'm incredibly proud to see you off on the next phase of your great journeys through life. I hope even one word I share today can be a brick in the tower of success that shall be your lives. And as cliche as it is to say, I've been in your shoes. I've sat there, robe on, cap on, and clutching the graduation program in my hand so tight, it crumbled as I welled up with so many emotions that I could barely resolve each individual feeling. Pride, hopefulness, gratitude, relief, happiness, hell, even some sadness, because I was flanked by friends, either physically or in spirit, that I knew I might never see again. Propelled there by moments, memories, and places I knew were now past. And on one hand, I'd done it. I'd made it. Through countless nights at Golda, tearful face plants in the calculus books, and tall beers at the gas house on a Thursday night because I just really needed to unwind before finals and totally wasn't putting off any assignments or anything. I'd made it. And a lot of that went through my mind in that moment, like a tapestry of memory. I saw my entire UWM journey laid out before me in my mind. And I cuddled up with those warm memories and I let tears well as I thought about exactly how beautiful and strange of a journey it was. I remember the first day I sat in Dr. Lindsay McHenry's office, marveling at the mountains of books and little space trinkets she had everywhere, hoping one day I'd be able to help her with her amazing research. And I did, and I owe that opportunity so much. I remember one of my first UWM classes, a poli-sci lecture that I took with my best friend. I remember the joy of sitting next to my homeboy that's been with me in every class since K5. And there we were, college kids, sitting in a poli-sci lecture listening to heated rants between a guy that believed there were lizard people in Congress and another guy that believed universities were engaging in mind control. And don't worry, there were some great on-topic discussions too, but those guys were something else. I remember geology field trips up north, hiking through beautiful scenery with great friends. One trip, my homie Brad accidentally headbutted a lamp that was dangling from the ceiling and broke it in our hotel room. And I remember us freaking out over how to explain it to the professor. I remember being a campus ambassador and singing the UWM fight song in my bright yellow shirt as thousands of freshmen descended onto their new home, a wave of yellow shirts and hopeful faces with big dreams. It was so awesome to be a part of that, and I hope that very same class of Panthers is out in the world making a difference. I remembered all of this vividly, beautifully, and it was an incredible feeling of joy and pride. But behind that joy, I couldn't escape something else either, something far less enjoyable: doubt, fear, anxiety. As my grip on the warm memories faded, it was like a dark cloud washed over me for a moment, and I couldn't remember who was speaking or about what during that phase of the ceremony because I was just so lost in these feelings. What the hell now? Space? Mars rovers? Who the hell do I think I am? Sure, I'm smart. Sure, I just graduated. Sure, people believe in me. But do I believe in myself? Am I cut out for this next phase of life? How far will I go with the training wheels off? I couldn't shake it. And I know there's at least a few of you out there that could be feeling the same way. And I'll say graduation ceremonies are times of joy, times of great triumph and celebration, warm speeches, fiery passions, emboldened hearts, and great hugs. There's no doubt about all that. But there's hundreds to thousands of dark, unspoken elephants roaming about the room too, our fears. You're about to get pole vaulted into life, and so much will be dependent on you and only you. And that's scary as hell. But if there's anything I want to leave you with today, is that while life never gets any less scary, your ability to bear it, face it, and triumph within it increases exponentially with the power of your belief. And belief is what I want to leave you with today. Because belief is what made me. Belief is what took me from a poor Black boy with an uncertain future in a single parent household, that old prime recipe for a statistic, and pole vaulted me into managing computers on a $3 billion Mars rover over 150 million miles away. Belief took me from a small bedroom with almost every inch of the walls covered with glow-in-the-dark stars and planets to actually working among the stars and planets. Belief did all of that. Belief has been a prevalent and powerful force in my life. It's been an invaluable skill, a force incomparable, and a power immeasurable. And over time, you have to strengthen and resolve your belief and use it to carry you. Because you can have all the brains, all the skills, and all the wit in the world. But if you don't believe in yourself, and if you don't continue on working to believe in yourself more and more, you'll miss opportunities right in front of you. You'll fail to notice blessings. You'll be less proactive about making connections, forging new paths, or exploring your own ideas. When you believe in yourself and your ambition strongly, you move towards them more quickly because you treat your actions like they can and truly will be more successful. You view your abilities like they truly are sufficient. You view yourself like you truly are valuable and unique and powerful because you are, because you believe you are. And there's a specific moment in my life that stands out so strongly in my mind when I think about belief. And I wish I could remember the year. I wish I could remember how old I was or the exact circumstances, but this was a long time ago, long before I knew who I was or what I wanted, long before my amazing stepfather came into my life and has been just such a blessing for my mother and I. It was just me and my mom back then. It was just us two trying to make it on our own. And she was between jobs at the time and we were down on our luck. Times were rough. And I remember one day she called me into her room and sat me down, and my mom has this voice that she puts on during serious conversations that makes me think, oh man, stuff is getting real and I need to listen. And I normally get that voice when I'm in trouble, but thankfully I wasn't in trouble this time. And she sits me down and she holds up 2 pennies, 2 shiny little copper discs, and tells me, sweetheart, this is all we have right now. This is it. And I can't remember the exact words she used after that, but she also told me that this wouldn't be it for long. And that come hell or high water, we would find a way. And at a juncture like that, there's really only 2 places you can go: down into ruin, or you can ride your beliefs way up high. And as I sit here and speak to you now, I'm a 2-time college graduate and the Mastcam-Z data management lead on NASA's Perseverance Mars rover. My mother is the manager of charitable giving at the largest non-federal credit union in the United States. I'd say we rode our beliefs pretty high. And in that moment, her stalwartness and her determination in the face of a terrifying and uncertain situation, that stuck with me forever. That was the beginning of my forever intertwined journey with the power of belief. To hold those 2 pennies and look your child in the eyes and tell them, yes, son, we are at the very bottom, but don't worry, because I believe our place is in the sky. That's power. That's belief. And from that moment on, I never let doubt stick with me for too long, because I'd remember that moment and I'd remember how strong her belief was and how strong mine could be. So take a moment, think about where you are now, where you want to be in the future, and where you've been at your very lowest. What are your 2 pennies? Hold them in your mind, whatever they are, be it a place, a situation, a relationship, a mindset. Hold them there and say to yourself, never again, because this is the bottom, and I believe I am the sky. Go with joy, go with belief, enjoy your day. Congratulations, Panthers. I couldn't be more proud of each and every one of you, and thank you so much.